The true soul man, Riggs Eckelberry, OriginOil, OriginOil.com, stock symbol OOIL.
Yeah.
My favorite guys. We've been following this kind of a birth of a public company. Riggs, are you, just for the people, since we've got a bigger audience now, brand new set, more TV people watching, more radio stations listening, just very quickly, I want you to go through a 30-second elevator pitch on what OriginOil does for the folks that have not seen you before. Because I know my email box is going to be filled up asking, what does this great company do exactly?
Sully, thank you very much, and Happy New Year to all our listeners. OriginOil is a technology company that has developed a way to quickly separate the particulates, the visible parts of oil and so forth in water quickly with low energy and without chemicals. And it's a transformation really of the process for cleaning up oil and gas water, but also all kinds of wastewater.
So the best part about this is even though you started with oil and algae, and you've got several what are called verticals, where you're focusing right now on perhaps the biggest vertical in the entire universe, and that's oil and gas, correct?
That's right, and of course, you know, all the news is about how the price of oil is going down. Well, of course, that's leading to increased consumption of gasoline and so forth. The problem is being worsened for the oil and gas companies because the more crude is pumped, the more water is pumped. In fact, the oil industry is a water handling industry that happens to harvest petroleum on the side.
Which at the end of the day is a commodity for you folks, right?
Exactly. And so where they're looking for savings, they're finding it in water treatment and recycling. That's a huge piece of their costs. And we are coming to their rescue, both in the Arabian Peninsula as well as in the U.S. and now, of course, in China.
You know, I'm seeing all kinds of media with you guys, and you know, obviously outside of this program, but I'm looking, you know, everywhere I look, you guys are being featured. I even saw you on Al Jazeera television. I see in magazines. What's going on lately? I mean, you know, there is a buzz about OriginOil happening, and it's what's interesting about this is it's not just in one area of the country. It's all over. What's happening? What's the latest?
Yes, exactly. So, Sully, as you and Russ mentioned, we started out in algae, and so very simply, we were solving the problem of pulling the algae out of the water. Turns out that petroleum is just old algae, and it's the same problem and same solution.
Oops.
But algae right now is taking off as an industry. We're participating with the Department of Energy in a major rollout of algae-based high-priced products, and that's very exciting. At the same time, the petroleum thing, as I was mentioning, is happening, and now waste is happening.
So,
how'd you know?
No, but waste in what respect, though? Are we talking about wastewater? Are we talking about waste management, or all the above?
Okay, so in the U.S., waste management is controlled by very large companies, so it's a lengthy process. But let's take a look at China for a second. They just budgeted for year one $1/3 trillion just for water cleanup, you know, in the country, in the mainland China. And they are putting huge priority cleaning up the ports, all their industrial processes, whether organic or not. We have just a vast number of prospects for business there. JL, our Chief Commercial Officer, is on his way back right now from a trip to Hong Kong and also to Malaysia, where you know, Malaysia is getting into the fracking business as well. So our opportunities are multiplying, and our main job here is, you know, just you know, like Davy Crockett said, make every shot tell.
Right. Well, that's exactly.
Is that who said that?
Yeah, Davy Crockett said it.
it.
Don't argue with Riggs Eckelberry, the CEO of OriginOil.
Was the fact that you're looking for algae your attraction to the country of Algae-zera?
Wow.
Huh?
It's
that
not a country, first of all, and it was.
Ouch.
What happened?
That was horrible.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not even going to. Excuse me.
Where do you find
Here's
jokes
a live
in this
studio.
damn
Here's
show?
a live studio
I'm
audience.
telling you what, this is a tough gig. New studio or not, Algae-zera. Work with me, people.
OOIL is the stock symbol. OriginOil.com is the website. Hey, let's take a look at the photos. This is the California research site? Is that what it was? That we're going to be looking at, Riggs?
That's exactly right, and we'll be unveiling where the site is very soon. But these are shots of the smaller unit, the 250 that's going to Trinidad, as well as the large one, what we call Gen 2, and it proves that we can do, you know, 3,000 barrels per day.
So
ganged up, that's, you know, in a 40-foot container, that's 500,000 gallons per day of water treatment.
Look at that crap in there too. That's gross.
Well,
you know what's nice is though we've seen
And
you
there's a
come
before and after, right?
Yeah,
We're looking at the
That's
before and
right.
after right there.
and when you first started, this was pretty much Sparklet's water bottles and some straws all taped together.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
look at how far
look
you've
at how
come.
far they've come. Hey, Riggs, will you continue to focus sort of where the need goes, or are you guys going to for 2015 say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight for the oil market and the gas market, and that's where we're going to stand. I mean, is there any sort of a wiggle room for you guys?
I mentioned in a recent show that we're using a Microsoft model where you have business units that handle each separate vertical. So on our site, we've got 3 verticals: algae, oil and gas, and of course waste. Each has its own effort and its own push. The waste thing is almost too huge, and so we're taking it in bite size, one bit at a time.
Ooh, that sounds
Really-
gross.
Well,
Wow.
it's like,
Okay, we just turned us off now. Taking waste in
All right.
bite-sized. Wow, that's just gross. We're
He's
squeezing
taking
out.
the industry out in bite-sized pieces.
We are squeezing. It's all blocked up.
Okay.
Try some coalace, and maybe the industry will loosen up there.
I understand
Huh? I got
That's
it.
it. Hey, Riggs, can't wait to see you in studio next week, since you will be, well, how do we categorize this to make it the tallest visitor in the new year in the new studio?
There we
Riggs
go.
Eckelberry.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. OriginOil, OriginOil.com, and very excited. I sort of think we're going to probably have him on later in the week as well, too, just because I miss him.